Hey loves, what's up and welcome back to my channel. So for today's video, almost fell. I'm going to be telling you guys or talking to you guys about something pretty serious. Towards the end of the video, I will do a pregnancy update and a bump date. I have filmed this video. This is my third time filming it, guys, and I just decided, I'm not going to post it. I'm not going to post it just because I didn't have the words to say. I didn't know what to say. I was pretty, I don't know. I was just confused. And then, I don't know if you guys are familiar with the RVG fam. They're a family on YouTube and they make videos, obviously, but she had actually posted that she was pregnant as well. And I believe she's a few months behind me, or like a month behind me, something like that. But she had posted she was pregnant, and then unfortunately she posted that she had a miscarriage. I felt really, really bad for her, just because, well, let me finish telling you guys the story, and then we'll get into mine. But then, like a week later or a few days later, they posted that the doctors were wrong and that they did not have a miscarriage. Sorry for the swatches, guys. I did a look on this. I did a video on this look. So if you're interested, go check it out. But basically, they posted that the doctors were wrong and they had not had a miscarriage after all. And the baby was totally fine. So that made me think, you know what, if they could do it, I could do it. And I decided I was going to try to refilm this video one final last time. So I'm not going to give you guys dates and all that, because that's what was making my videos like just it wasn't making it good. So I decided I am going to just tell you guys my story, and hopefully you guys will get a better understanding of kind of why I took so long to announce my pregnancy, one, and why I haven't been as active on social media at all. So I want to get back into that. I'm almost out of my second trimester, guys. I'm almost in my third. I am 24 weeks. So I believe you're out of your second at 28. So I have about 1 more month left. And my second, I think, I don't know. Anyways, without further ado, let's just jump right into the video. I have my Gatorade because my doctor said I'm not supposed to be drinking soda anymore. So I only drink it like whenever we go out or get something to eat. But I have Gatorade and I drink water. So where to begin? I found out I was pregnant in August. Yeah, August. Like the last couple weeks of August. And I know this because Ezra's birthday is August 31st. So I remember it was right around the corner from Ezra's birthday, and I was like freaking out, like, oh my gosh, I'm pregnant. Okay, so August, September, October, November, December, January, February, March, April, May. May, right? So when I went to the doctors to take a pregnancy test, just to confirm it and get everything that I needed to do, they told me that, or they asked me when my last menstrual cycle was, which it was in, I believe it was like in late, or middle July. But I didn't have, what's the word for them? They weren't, my periods weren't frequent, or there wasn't like any, I don't know the word for it. You know what I'm talking about, though, girls. Like, they just came and went whenever, because I had just gotten off of the Depo shot. That's the shot that basically effed my body up. So I had been off of it for a while, and we were just, taking precautions. Everybody knows, I know how I got pregnant. I'm not going to go into detail, but obviously my periods were all over the place. So I didn't think I should go based off that, because there was like a 1 month when I missed my period and I just didn't have a period. But I decided, you know what, whatever, maybe they're right, I guess. They had given me a due date in April. Now, it was like April 30th? It was like one of the last days of April, so either 30th or 31st. And I was like, okay. I didn't really think that was accurate just because, I don't know, I had just started feeling symptoms, and I don't know, it was like an instinct. I knew I was not as far along as they thought. So they had projected me to be at 5 weeks at that point, which would mean that I was due in May. So I went to the doctor, took a test. That Monday got it confirmed that I was pregnant. And then basically I was pregnant for a whole week. Happy, announced it to Marcus, announced it to nobody. Actually, I just told one of my friends. And then that weekend, after I found out I was pregnant, I had some cramps and some light, I wouldn't even call it spotting. It was like pinkish spotting. So I went to the hospital because, of course, I was worried. This did happen when I was pregnant with Ezra, but I was a little bit farther along. So went to the hospital, got it checked out. They were unable to get my blood because I was very, very, very dehydrated. So they got like a quarter of a tube of my blood. Okay, guys, so sorry if the angle changed a little bit. I ran out of storage on my phone, so I need to fix that. But I totally forgot where I left off. So they barely got any blood, and I specifically remember her saying, hopefully they can get an accurate reading off of this. And that was going to be for my HGC, and I think she got one more tube. I don't remember what that was for, but basically it was to test my HGC. My pregnancy test, my urine test came back positive. I was pregnant, but my HGC came back low, and it was like lower than what I had at the doctor's, like very low. So I was like, there's no way, that has to be an inaccurate reading. And then they also did a vaginal ultrasound. Now, here is where I messed up. And this is the reason why I'm making this video, is because I think her name is Vanessa. I hope it's Vanessa. I don't pay attention to like names and stuff, but I don't watch them often. I just watched this specific video because I knew that she had miscarried, and I was like, weird. I had gone through something similar. So they did a vaginal ultrasound, and that turned up nothing. After I did have some more spotting for about 2 days here and there, and then I just kept feeling pregnancy symptoms again. So nauseous, tender boobs, all the 9 yards. I had lost my appetite a lot, and so yeah. But basically I waited for like 4 hours at the hospital, and then they brought me into a room and they told me that I was currently having a miscarriage, and I needed to see my primary the next day to set up, I believe they're called D&Cs, but basically just where they clean you out and make sure you have no tissue left over. And it was my choice if I wanted to do that, or if I could let it pass by myself. So I couldn't get in to see my doctor on Monday, but I got in on Tuesday. And so basically we did another blood test. We did another urine test. Urine test came back positive. My blood test they had decreased a little bit, but they weren't as low. Like, they had gone up from the hospital, if that makes sense. So they had like doubled from what they were at the hospital. So at that point she said, you just gotta wait, let it all pass through you, and then we'll bring you back in 2 weeks or a week to make sure everything is done with, and to make sure that your HCC levels are back at 0 or back at normal non-pregnancy levels. So I was like, okay, I'm gonna be honest with you guys, I didn't go back to the doctor because I just didn't feel like I needed to. I was still feeling sick. I was just not in the mood to see doctors anymore. I had kept getting calls to schedule an ultrasound because the other place still thought I was pregnant. It was just horrible, guys. It was one of the most depressing times of my life I have ever gone through. Marcus was upset. He was pretty hurt. You know, we both were just so angry and didn't understand like what we did wrong and like why we were getting this opportunity taken away from us. So I went on with my life. I started barrel racing again, which I just wanted to feel better. So I just wanted something to make me happy again. So we did that. I started barrel racing again, and then one day after I had got done barrel racing, I just felt so sick, guys. Like, it made me nauseous riding. So I was like, you know what? I'm going to take a pregnancy test because by now it should be negative. And if it is, then I'm fine. And maybe I should just go to the doctor and make sure everything's okay. And that's why. So in my pregnancy announcement video, you guys see me like freaking out. That is my reaction to that. I don't have the original video of when I originally found out I was pregnant, because I deleted everything off my phone that had to do with that pregnancy in the beginning. Well, it's the same pregnancy, but in the beginning of my pregnancy, I just deleted everything that I had. The video of me, I even deleted the video of Marcus's reaction, but fortunately I had it on my computer, so his reaction is the original first time we found out. My reaction is the second time, which is why I'm like, no way. Like, I was crying just as much the first time. I was actually even crying a little bit more the first time because, I mean, I hadn't been pregnant since Ezra, and I was just shocked. But that's the reaction that you guys saw. So, I guess let me explain what was going through my head. I decided I'm switching doctors, obviously. I'm gonna go to an actual OB because at that point I was going to my primary care provider. So I decided to switch to an OB. When I went to her and started to see her, she let me know that, well, I had told her the whole situation that, you know, I knew it wasn't a new pregnancy. Obviously, guys, it had only been like 2 weeks, maybe? 2 weeks. Was it 2 weeks? Yeah, it had only been like 2 weekends, literally. So two full weeks, and this was a Sunday. So this was sometime in September, probably like the last week of September that I took this test, and then I didn't see the OB until October. I remember it was the first week of October. So I went to her the first week of October, took a urine test, everything was good, positive. Let her know what happened. They sent me to get my blood work done. My blood work had like tripled, like, it was like in the hundreds, and then it went to like, I don't remember the exact number, but it like was dramatically different. So I let her know what happened. I let her know the numbers, showed her the hospital papers, showed her my doctor's papers. And basically she told me that she doesn't think that I was as far along as the doctor thought originally. So they had put me at 5 weeks. She thinks that I was only a week or so pregnant, which is why, I forgot to mention that when I had gone to the doctor's office, my primary, the first time, they couldn't get a positive reading on urine test, so I had to get my blood drawn. But I was getting like the clear blue test, so I don't know if they're like better, but it was popping up pregnant. So that was the first time. So when I went to OB, I told her everything. You know, she said she always recommends for people to go to OBGYNs whenever they feel like they're pregnant, because a lot of times this could happen. And what would have happened if I had gotten a D&C and in fact I was pregnant? So that was just like my whole thing. Now, they did explain to me, my doctor, because I did have to go back to my doctor's to get switched to an OB, and I let her know what was going on. And so they had ran my test first, and they seen that my HCG had gone up, and that had put me at 5 weeks. Again, she had said, oh, it looks like you're at 5 weeks, but it was physically impossible for me to be at 5 weeks at that point because it had only been 2 weeks since my miscarriage. So, again, really confusing. I'm sorry if you guys are like, what? But basically, they told me I had a miscarriage. 2 weeks later, I was still pregnant, and at that point, I was 5 weeks. So, by the time I got to my OB, I was 8 weeks in October. Whew. So basically, I just decided I cannot go to that doctor anymore. You know, I still go to her for like my sicknesses and stuff, but as far as my little baby goes, I could not put it in harm's way or anything like that. So they explained to me, both the doctor and the OB, that it could have been one of two things. One, a phantom miscarriage, or two, a twin pregnancy and I lost one. Now, I will tell you, I have never had a miscarriage before, so I don't know what it feels like. I don't know if I was going through one, but I didn't bleed like crazy amounts of blood. I never passed tissue. It was just lightly spotting, pinkish, a little bit dark sometimes, but it was never bloody blood. So I'm not sure what it was. Only God knows, and I pray that if it was a twin, that my baby in heaven is resting, and I pray that if it was just a phantom miscarriage, you know, I know that this little baby is a miracle, and that's kind of what me and Marcus call her. We call her our little miracle baby because she is, and she still is our rainbow baby because we went through probably the hardest 2 weeks of our life. When we thought that we had a miscarriage. Sorry guys, I don't want to cry. Oh my gosh, I'm so emotional because I'm pregnant too. Would love for you guys to stay updated with us. I post a lot on my Instagram, which I will always have a link down below. But yeah, so I hope you guys enjoyed this part of the video. I'm gonna do a bump date, and there's really not much to update you guys on. But I'm just super tired, which is another reason I don't post a lot. I will try to be doing like bi-weekly updates though after this video. So my next one will probably be like my 26-week update video, but I am going to start doing pregnancy videos, guys. So leave a comment down below or message me on Instagram what you think a good pregnancy video would do. But yeah, so let me show you guys my little baby bump. It's going to be hard kind of because I have these like black leggings on. So I will go ahead and let me see. So here is my baby bump, guys. Nothing too big, but this is it from the front. My stomach is super hairy. That's one of my my symptoms. I have like a lot of hair on my stomach since I got pregnant. I don't know why. If any of you other mamas out there have that, then you know how I feel. But pretty much that's it for this video, guys. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll talk to you loves